We didn't have enough money for it. We had to break even every month.
I didn't build a business caring about those fundamentals, but I was VC backed. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I actually have a business that isn't a good business.
We were really excited to build products.
Yeah.
And every client was an excuse to learn something new. And at the time, we were still really young, way undercharging.
I wish I knew you guys then.
Lucas has built an amazing company called Canopy. We're going to get all into it. What's really interesting is that he started an agency called Doris Dev that designs some of the most iconic products, and we're going to talk about them.
When we launched Canopy, we were the worst Doris Dev client ever.
Talk to us about how you started to sell the product if you were bootstrapping at the beginning, and even moments like getting in Sephora.
You can't just turn out a product and it's going to do well. You know, like you're running a business.
We learned a lot about building products. At one point, we were launching 25 products a quarter,
Oh my God.
Whoa.
which was crazy.
Let's start by giving me a little bit of your background.
My background is as a mechanical engineer, so wanted to build products always. My dad was an inventor. He invented medical devices. Grew up as an engineer, and then right out of school, got an opportunity at a company called Quirky that was founded by Ben Kaufman, who is like prolific in the startup space. Got that job as a design engineer. Got to make stuff, loved it. Met a community of product developers, designers, engineers, and manufacturers, and desperately wanted to build our own products. We got the opportunity there, and it was cut short. The business spiraled into bankruptcy.
Uh-oh.
After we learned a lot. We learned a lot about building products. At one point, we were launching 25 products a quarter,
Whoa.
which was crazy. You understand why the business spiraled
Yeah,
into
yes,
bankruptcy
yes.
when we were doing that? We were moving that quickly.
Yeah.
As that business ended, there were almost 200 people, actually it was close to 300 people, who were looking for jobs who scattered into every corner of product development. I went to a company called Goby, which was an electric toothbrush company. I said I'd only join if I could live in Asia and oversee and learn about the whole product development cycle in Asia. At Quirky, I got to do it in New York, but I never knew how things got made in Asia. Like I sent it through, it wasn't email, whatever like project management software was at the time, and got the opportunity to go over there. I was supposed to stay for three months, stayed for 3 years
Wow.
in Hong Kong.
Okay.
So I was living in Hong Kong, and it was amazing. I was at the factory 3 days a week, just crossing back and forth, filled up a passport every year.
And how old were you? Seems like young.
Yeah, exactly. It's a young man's game.
Yeah, I can't do that right
like
now.
25.
Okay,
26.
yeah, perfect.
Perfect age to do
I
that.
knew like enough to be
Yeah.
dangerous and
Yes.
not enough to realize that like this is a terrible
can't do that
lifestyle.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So got to launch Goby, got that experience of like sitting on a factory, spending a ton of time at a factory, learning what works and what doesn't work, making a ton of mistakes. Goby kind of didn't work out very well. Product launched and it did fine. It was the era of like everyone was able to raise like $3, $4, $5 million, $6 million for a D2C business,
Yeah.
and hiring all the agencies, the
Yeah. All
agencies
the same
everyone
people.
knows.
Yeah.
Spending all the money. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was off the like coattails of Casper and
Yeah.
Warby Parker and all these businesses that did amazingly well. Off of like this idea that was so early, and CACs must have been insane.
Yeah.
Like $5.
Yeah.
Ugh,
That was basically
jealous.
kicked off by like Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah.
That's what kicked it off. It was like, oh, CPG can be worth something. And then there was just all of these like
D2C.
three crazy agencies that were like, we'll brand you for $3 million.
Yeah.
You raised 6, give us 50%.
I think the
Yeah.
website cost like $1 million.
Insane.
Like
People were
pre-Shopify.
spending insane money then.
They had to build it from scratch.
Yeah.
Like all of this stuff that we like, there's a plugin for it
Yeah.
now. Like, oh, you hire an agency and you go through an RFP process for like a fucking button. Like crazy. And so Goby launched, got that experience, and it did fine. They needed a team to help maintain them. So maintain the supply chain in Asia, improve product quality throughout, squash bugs, do cost improvements, all of that stuff. But it didn't need a full-time product development team. And a friend who was at Quirky, who is actually the GM of the Hong Kong office, was in the exact same boat. They had launched a company called Reinventing, which was a suitcase company. And it had done fine, but wasn't doing amazingly well. But they needed a team to watch the factories, improve things, but they didn't need a full-time team.
Right.
They needed fractional people. And so at that point, the idea came about to squish the teams together and start taking on contract work. So these two businesses, Goby and Raiden, were our first clients.
So you formed an agency because the need was there, and you said, let's do an agency to service them?
It was, we've got bandwidth.
Yeah.
We have these two clients that are like our employers that they're like, oh, we'll pay you half.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we don't care what you guys do on like the other half of your time. Just like give us a deal so we don't have to pay your full wages. So we started doing that. And the first like actual Doris Dev clients were Lalo and Great Jones.
That's insane. How did you, okay, obviously we have a lot of questions, but how did you get Lalo and Great Jones as your first clients? Because those are huge, beautiful brands.
I think because myself and Justin, we had worked in New York product forever because of Quirky, there were a number of people who were just like, hey, I need product help. Who do I go to? And it was like, oh, like I have a friend that I went to college with. I have whomever, like go talk to Justin, go talk to Lucas.
This is also the early stages of those brands, right? So like they aren't who they are today yet.
They weren't brand. They were.
Yeah, they didn't have product yet.
It was like Michael and Greg, the founders of Lalo, who are like, I think I want to do something here. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you talk about this?
But these are beautiful products. So Doris Dev created these products. So you must have had very good talent.
The teams were really strong. I think on the design side, Joey, who's the director of industrial design at Doris, led the design on Lalo and a ton of the Lalo products and did an amazing job. And I think really captured this, I don't know, like beige mom that's like Jade. I don't know, Jade mom, whatever it is. Has done an amazing job.
That's her whole house. I went to her house and I was like, how is there everything's like a chic kid's toy that is a beige mom. And then I went to my house and I was like, oh no, I gotta clean this up before Lana comes over.
You know the Love Every boxes? I get the Lalo ones.
Yeah.
Because they're not as colorful.
Cleo's like gonna love color. Just kidding.
What's your color in your house?
I mean, it's like everything is white
beige.
or
It's so
cream
chic.
or beige. Like
There's
it's
no
a white
jade.
sofa. We have brown in places.
It's beautiful.
I have a pink bathroom and a green bathroom.
The tile.
Oh yeah.
It's
And not by choice.
LA20
but
is
not
like-
by
And not by choice. I
Yeah.
want to rip it up.
I think it's really cute. Okay, all right. So you guys had a really good eye and a really good team to be able to develop these products.
we were really excited to build products.
Yeah.
And every client was an excuse to like learn something new, learn about a new industry. And at the time we were still really young and way undercharging for everything we were doing.
Yeah, I know. I wish I knew you guys then. So you were doing design, and then were you guys doing the supply chain element of it as well because of your experience in China? And then also, how did that then lead into Canopy?
So we started really with the supply chain side. So the design, so Joey, who's now leads industrial design and is the ID partner at Doris, was not part of Doris at the time. We had actually worked together at Quirky. He had started his own agency, left before Quirky ended. He saw the writing on the wall and was like, I'm starting my own agency.
Yeah.
And also introduced me to my girlfriend of 10 years as well.
Basically, we're the only two people who you know who aren't from Quirky. Yeah.
Yes. No, truly.
So Quirky had something going. I need to talk to them. How did they make people drink the Kool-Aid like that?
I know.
Yeah. I mean, lots of like forced trauma, I think
Yeah.
for sure
Yeah.
was a huge part of it. And everyone was young. You just
Yeah.
cram a bunch of young people together.
Yeah, give
throw-
them some drinks. You're good.
Throw a ton of VC money in
Totally.
and like say like work till 2 a.m. and
Yeah.
everyone's best
But
friends.
wine's on
great.
tap and
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's culture.
Cracked it.
The end goal for Doris was always to build our own product,
Okay.
build our own brand. We had no idea how to do it. And it took us 3 years of working at Doris and building Doris to get to a place where we could launch our own brand, that we felt like we knew enough about the building products, building a branded business, and having enough money, to be honest, to be able to do it and take the risk.
But that was always the goal, to build your own brand within. So timeline wise, we're talking 3 years at Doris Dev, but knowing Canopy was going to be built. What year are we in when Canopy launches?
Canopy launches in October of 2020, and Doris started in 2017.
Okay.
Doris was a vehicle always to build our own brand. The idea of an agency, we knew that agency it's not the best business in the world, but it's an amazing education. And when we launched Doris, we knew that we wanted to continue to learn more. We wanted to build up our network. We wanted to work with great brands and see how they built their businesses. With the goal of launching our own, I think the end goal is to launch a lot of businesses. I would say that Canopy and Doris take up a lot of time. So we'll see what that turns into in the future. But really, the Canopy has been the main focus since we launched for myself.
Interesting.
One thing about with Doris, when we launched it, it was 5 of us. So it took 5 people. What we like to say at Doris is like it takes a village to build a product. And so we started the team with a design engineer, a project manager, a compliance manager, operations, and electrical and firmware engineering.
Wow.
That was like the basis that we needed to figure out how to build products for clients. And we took that and started applying it to a bunch of different businesses, and the team just grew. So over the first 2 or 3 years, we were able to add more people as we were able to get more clients, get more experience, build our portfolio, charge way too little to everyone. But we learned a ton, and we built a really, really strong portfolio. When in the first 2 years of the business, almost every client launched. Like there were very few clients
really
that
good clients
did not go to production. Most agencies make their money by charging a lot to brands that just do not have the budget to actually make it to market or have a really strong idea of what they want. And they just charge a lot, and the clients die, and those things don't hit their portfolio, but they keep the agency alive. And we took the tack that we want to launch products and we want to build our portfolio, and we're not going to charge a lot to brands in order to make sure that these products go to market.
And then, so obviously the agency is kind of running. So how does Canopy come to be, even though you guys always knew it was about building your own product? Like, why this product? Can you tell us what it is? Obviously, we know what it is, but can you tell the audience what it is? And like, what was that light bulb moment of like, okay, this is the time and this is it?
There was a list of products that I had that were like things that I wanted to do that I felt would be fun and interesting. And a humidifier was always on the list. I'm from LA. I never really had a humidifier growing up. I moved to the East Coast for school. It was super dry. I had to have a humidifier, and it got gross really fast. It was impossible to clean. I threw it out after a season. So I had this idea of like, there needs to be a better humidifier. It has to be better. There have to be better techniques to develop one, and better technologies. And I just had that in the back of my mind when I was at Quirky. Like that was like
okay, so it was already like
so it was always going to be a humidifier.
There was an idea there that I wanted to launch a humidifier, and it was competing against a lot of amazing ideas like a direct consumer pet brand that really want to do still, which is absurd.
Can you show us after this?
It is direct consumer goldfish is the idea.
Goldfish.
Terrible idea. But I'm like, there's something
pretty bad.
Oh no, yeah. I'm like, I don't F with animals like that, but thank you.
Do kids not have goldfish or
but they're
like
not animal
shipping them in the mail.
It seems like animal cruelty.
You can get like chickens in the mail.
Yeah, it seems like animal cruelty.
I mean, it's all just various levels of cruelty at the end of the day. Besides those terrible ideas.
Okay, you went with the humidifier.
Yeah, the humidifier was in the back of my mind, and I started dating a girl who was using a humidifier as a beauty product, who had a really crappy Dwayne Reed humidifier. She cleaned it every weekend and with Q-tips and vinegar. And she had a beautiful apartment, like was amazingly designed. And then she had this hideous humidifier on her bedside table. And the kind of two things clicked of like, there should be a better humidifier, and this is a consumer that deserves a better humidifier. So with that idea, we said, okay, let's build a humidifier that doesn't mold, and it is easy to clean, and it's designed for this beauty and wellness customer that should use a humidifier year round, who's already using it as a beauty hack, and who deserves a better product, and who has the funds to pay for a better product. And that was the idea. And so we took it and started exploring it, along with working the day job of designing products for other brands. And so it really took a year of, maybe even 2 years of like working on it, putting it down, working on it, putting it down, and working on it on weekends to like get it out the door until it got to a place where, hey, this is a real business. We're going to raise money for it, which we struggled and could not raise money for it. So
did you ever?
We have over the years, but we really self-funded it. And we had the agency who could help with that. We had suppliers who were very understanding and were able to give us a great deal.
Favors.
Yeah.
A lot of favors, a lot of things on credit, a lot of everything. And we like rubbed a bunch of nickels together to get it to market.
Yeah, you could bill your people on, not on another brand, of course, but like the agency. So, wow, for the audience and for myself, actually curious on this, on the humidifier, what is the benefit to your skin? And also, like, are there asthma benefits? Like, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of benefits.
Yeah.
I think the main thing is that dry air is really bad for you. So you lose a lot of moisture through your skin, through your exhaling, just in very dry environments. LA is extremely fucking dry. I didn't realize it was dry. It's a desert. It truly is. And the East Coast and cold climates are really, really dry in the winter. And so you wake up and you have a sore throat. You wake up and you have a dried nostril, dry skin, and your hair, like it's frizzy. It doesn't feel as moist. And so the idea is for a humidifier, you're adding a lot of moisture into the air. And what that does is it retains moisture in a consumer, in their hair, in their skin, in their airways. And then there's a bunch of benefits around not getting sick at all, because it's actually pulling a lot of bacteria and dust out of the air, because bacteria and dust actually glom onto the moisture in the air and fall to the ground. So a lot of the air quality has to do with moisture. So as moisture goes up, as humidity goes up, the air quality is better.
I need to do this for my son's asthma. Okay.
Yeah, I heard when my kid was sick for like 3 months, our pediatrician was like, get a humidifier.
I've used it here and there, but I mean, it's crazy. I'm not doing this with his asthma.
I just run it every night.
So interesting. So you always knew it was going to be a Canopy humidifier. Like, talk to us about how you started to, sell the product if you were, bootstrapping at the beginning, and even moments like getting in Sephora. Talk to us about building the business. So
we launched with the idea of this was going to be a humidifier for beauty. We launched with kind of these 10 features that we had focused on, right? There were a lot of unique features around the product and evaporative humidifiers. One of them being that they can actually cool the room down. This was our genius idea we've never marketed before, that evaporative humidifiers actually cool your room down very slightly.
Okay.
Like very, very slightly.
So maybe a push.
And
that's why you don't market it. Okay.
And Eric, who is the CMO, saw that and was like, no, and came in and like really crafted a really beautiful story for the brand around building a better product and building a humidifier for beauty. His background is in beauty and skincare. And he came into a business that was myself, who's an engineer, and Justin, who is like an engineer turned ops person, to like clean up the brand, and did an amazing job focusing it and building it for a customer who he knew really, really well after spending over a decade in beauty. We did not know where its home would be. Sephora was a huge goal for us, and his experience with Sephora and beauty enabled us to really sell in and sell the dream of building this product around the idea of this beauty customer.
Can I ask a bit about retail? Because like, I think everyone now like wants to get into big name retail, right? Like, it's like if you get a Target or you get a like Walmart, whatever it might be, Sephora, everyone thinks that changes your business, but this isn't a product that I would think people are used to buying at Sephora, right? So like, did it actually have immediate impact on your business?
Yeah, I think it did. I think one thing that the Sephora customer loves is like their points, and they are loyal to Sephora. And so our business around the subscription filters and people being able to get points on that was a really big part.
Oh,
so
right.
the retention is really strong with a Sephora customer. Being able to tell the story of we're more than an appliance, we are a beauty product. Sephora really enabled that story. So that was really strong. I think it really depends on the business, whether like the big box store is make or break.
If it makes sense. For
Yes,
them. Yeah,
totally.
There are some businesses, device businesses on Amazon that are doing like $200 million.
Are you not on Amazon?
We are on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah. But it totally depends.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see.
So what's your strategy now? Like how much D2C versus wholesale? Are there other wholesale big clients that you're working with?
Think about our customers in 3 ways, and we want to like get to them any way we can. But we've got the beauty customer, which is at Sephora. Then we have the better appliance customer, which is a Amazon purchaser who's looking for, they just want a humidifier and they just want a better one.
Yep.
And we are that better product for them. And then we have the baby and parent customer who is finding us on Baby List. It's a huge part of it, or in the baby aisle. So it's really all over the place.
And now you've expanded into other categories. I believe a shower head. What else? Like tell us about, how do you plan your product roadmap for this brand that launched as a humidifier brand? But being product designers, I imagine you have a product roadmap. So tell us about other categories you're entering.
Yeah, I think we love the idea of beauty appliances. That's the story. And I think we want wellness products that are always on is our goal. And so humidifier is a product that is like a passive wellness device. It's on, it's in the background, and you're getting these passive benefits for it. Shower is a great example of that. You install it once, it is there, and it is a passive benefit for every time you take a shower. What we saw in the category was there's a lot of opportunity to make it easier to install and easier to maintain. There's a lot of complaints around having to fully remove the shower head, or it's really hard to replace the filter. We focus on building a replacement technology that was really easy to swap out and replace the filter. So you don't have to take it off from the pipe. You install it once, you pop the filter out, you pop it back in, and it's really easy. And we learned that after doing a lot of work on shower heads and seeing what the pain points were. So bathroom was a really big focus for us and is continuing to be a big focus for us.
Do you do sink ones as well?
We do. Yeah. We have a faucet filter.
Oh, I just got your bath one.
Oh yeah, the bathtub. Yeah.
I just got that one. So good. I've been using those like shitty Amazon like circular ones that you need to basically catch the water with. Sucks. But yeah, the bath one's great.
Really
so smart.
excited.
But you do a sink one too, like for filtered drinking water.
Yeah.
Or just like washing your face.
I have the one in the bathroom, but it's a different one. Sorry. I'll talk about it.
Not after this.
I know. I'm going to get your humidifier right after this. So what other category, can you tell us like other things you'll be launching, or is that, and also you've only launched a few things. How many products do you have?
We have 6-ish products.
Okay, I would think maybe you would do more if you're a product designer. What is your thought, like what is your plan for future products?
We're not talking too much about other products we're working on because I'll get in trouble.
Even more now.
Yeah, we'll wait till everything goes off. I mean, we're product people, so we desperately want to launch new products all the time. And so with a team of our size, with the limited budget, we have to focus on building the right products.
I mean, you have to focus anyway in getting a product out there before you jump around to like 10 other ones.
I mean,
as fun as that is.
Focus has been what we've been talking about so much lately. It seems like focus is like the common thread with very successful brands.
He's like, oh, I have 4 more left.
Yeah, exactly.
Just talking about like the day-to-day of Canopy, like what does the team look like now? Is it integrated with Doris Dev at all? And what did you feel like as an engineer was different from like running your own company?
The team has grown significantly. And I think as what we've done with a lot of clients that we did with Canopy is Doris was an amazing place to launch a business from and to launch specific products. And when we launched Canopy, we were the worst Doris Dev client ever. we were asking a lot. Doris was having to do a lot of work on
But Doris was
part.
like you, so it's like
Yes,
but
right?
if you were a client,
Yes.
you'd fire yourself.
Yes. Oh, I mean, definitely many times. For the first few years of Canopy, Doris was learning how to run a business, and we were building that expertise in-house. And Canopy was able to grow from that. And over the past, we've been in business 5 years now. Canopy has really specialized in operating a business and developing products specifically for Canopy. So when we look at our categories, it's like air care broadly. So we have humidifier and aroma diffusers, and then water care with like the filtered shower heads, filtered tubs, sink filters. And Canopy, the designers and engineers are really specializing in that work, where Doris Dev is really a very broad team that is doing beauty and skincare packaging, bowls and spoons for Magic Spoon, small appliances, cooking appliances, like a lot of really, really crazy stuff that Canopy would never do. And that means that there's just a division of labor that starts to get built.
Interesting. Was Bala a bad client or a good client? We worked, for the audience, we worked on a Bala project that got killed with Doris Dev, but I really wish that maybe it'll come back.
I think it should come back.
Well, I
It's
wouldn't know what
time.
it was.
I'll show you after.
Okay. I just want to dig into a little bit about running the actual business though,
Yep.
because like we've talked a lot about product design, obviously, but like what has been unique about the fact that you're now like off running a company? Like you're obviously not sitting there just designing products anymore. Like you're running a company. Like how have you managed to like scale it into what it is? Like, can we talk about that day to day a little bit? Like a good product doesn't make something that's sellable, unfortunately. You know, like there's brands.
There's other stuff.
There-
only
you know,
product. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like you can't just turn out a product and it's going to do well. You know, like you're running a business.
Yeah, tell us the business side. True.
I don't know how to operate a business appropriately, period. But the only thing that I will say that like I really think about, and when I'm talking to other founders and what they're building, is on understanding what the return on investment has to be for like every single decision to make it work.
Yeah.
And you have to know your product margins. You have to know just like the fundamental metrics of your business, and say that like for every dollar I spend, I need 3 back to break even.
Yeah.
I need 4 back to break even. I need 10 back to break even. And when you start to look at it, it just makes the decision for you. Because we could not raise money, the math was really, really simple for us.
Yeah.
We had to be profitable, period. We had to be break even or profitable, or else the business would not exist. So there wasn't, oh, we'll adjust LTV to make these things work. We didn't have enough money for it. We had to be break even. We had to be like break even every month. And that's how the business was built. And I think it's like boring true fundamentals.
It's necessary now, though. Yeah. Like, I didn't build a business caring about those fundamentals, but I was VC backed, and it ultimately became something I had to start thinking about when I couldn't raise anymore, you know, but just late stage. And you're like, oh, I actually have a business that isn't a good business. So I have to change it.
This is why I love bootstrapping. And you know that is because you have to make it work from the beginning, and therefore you have your eye on every dollar.
Yeah,
that was Bala.
Totally. And that's being forced into bootstrapping. I think there's also like a case for saying like we need to educate people who are starting companies more around the fact that unit economics is an important aspect of starting a company, not just I think this thing needs to exist in the world and I'm going to raise money to back it. Like I would probably raise for my next business, but I'm not going to do it without thinking about the unit economics of it. You know, it's
which
just understanding
kind of is bootstrapping to me, though, because it's like even if you raise a small amount of money, you're going to stretch that further than you did when you were first building Flume because of what you've seen.
Yeah, kind of.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
It's also very dependent on the business.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
All the AI businesses are like losing money hand over fist. Like they can't lose money fast enough.
And now that it's a success, like looking back, are you happy that you guys didn't raise and you started out on that path, or do you think it's been a detriment to your growth?
I think we could not have done it any other way. I think we struggled to raise because like we were not the right founders to raise for the business. And I think that was helpful. And I think because it made us really focus on like this rule of like, there needs to be return on investment for everything we do. And it needs to be X amount. And that's it.
Yeah.
And like everyone thinks about it in the business.
That's amazing.
Across the entire team.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's a great culture to create,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. My
want people
culture
to
was
care.
like just like top line numbers.
yeah.
You didn't have to think about anything else.
Mine is
Don't
very
worry about
much-
spend.
Oh, really? Mine is like questioning every dollar, which I think should stay even as you grow to be a big brand. So tell me, how big is your team right now?
The team is 20 people.
Okay.
We're planning our offsite right now, and it's 20 people.
Are you in person? Or
Mostly
remote?
in person.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Mostly
In
in
LA?
person. No.
Oh.
In New York.
Okay.
Yeah, the team's mostly in New York. There's 6 of us scattered around between LA, Austin, and a few other places.
So give us, what's one underrated or unconventional business decision that, or just decision you've made in general that really worked for the brand?
Like fancy packaging. I hate fancy packaging.
Really?
Like,
That's surprising.
Hate fancy packaging. The like really crazy like gift box style packaging
I love
that is
that.
like looks like Apple
Yeah.
stuff. It's so wasteful. It has to go in an outside shipper. You open it up and you throw it immediately away. Or
But you guys
worse,
have that.
you keep it. We don't.
Do you just have like the cardboard?
All of our packaging's cardboard. It's all like designed in fun ways. We have like unique die cuts. We have unique, I would not say materials, because we're like almost everything we do is corrugate. Like we really like working with basic materials and like doing them in fun ways. And that's really
It's
what I
also a
love.
waste of money, isn't it?
a
To
Yeah.
put,
waste
to
of
have
money.
to
so,
like
it's so expensive.
yeah, just make that packaging itself, but then be limited to that box size to put into another box to ship with those limitations are so
It's
expensive.
so not eco-friendly.
Yeah.
And I think you have to make
But I
eco-friendly.
do love the experience.
I know, but you need eco-friendly decisions at this point. And Bolas looks beautiful, but it's like eco-friendly and not
Yeah.
wasteful, actually.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that's important. I agree with that.
Do you have one tip or one thing? It can be a book, it can be like anything of something that you carry through as like a founder in your like day to day, or just like as an entrepreneur that someone else might be able to use.
There's a book that I'm now listening to for the second time called, hold on.
The Hard Thing About Hard Things.
No, but that is a great
That's
book.
my favorite book.
The Art of Clear Thinking.
Okay. The art of clear thinking.
Yes.
And it's amazing.
This is like so bro, and I apologize. It's the guy who developed the F-35 training process for the Air Force.
Wow.
It's all about like how to make decisions.
Oh, great.
Puts processes in place that are just like you analyze, you choose, you execute. That's it.
Nice.
Like, and it's been great. I'm listening to it for the second time, and I'm like, everyone needs to listen to this book.
I'm
Okay,
gonna go
we'll
I'm
listen.
gonna go listen. Well, read it probably, not listen to it. But
So what are like the hardest things about the business today? You've been in business 5 years. You're in Sephora. You have a team of 20. What's hard? What's keeping you up at night?
What keeps me up at night is the team growing. I really like the size of the team, and wanting to keep the team as small as possible. I think that's really something that we are working really hard internally to build as many processes as we can to keep the team small.
I like that. We're also doing that. So actually that brings me back to your team. I think team dynamics are very interesting, especially since you have product like covered. You have that covered. But what were your first few hires after the product and ops?
So when we look at the founding team, I think actually this is really helpful too for how we thought about our business. And I'm always intrigued at how other people think about their like the founding team and how the team builds from that. So myself, who's like product and design, Justin, who's like operations and finance, and we have Eric, who is brand marketing and growth.
Wow, you covered a lot there.
So between the three of us, we have like 3 verticals of the business that aligns to a lot of skill sets. That's really important. And there's like these weird things of like, where's customer service? Where is, graphic design? Is it in marketing or is it in product design? Like there are all these funny things that happen, but that framework allowed us to have like these very clear verticals, and the leaders of those divisions got really good at knowing what they need to do.
I like that.
And when you're a solo founder, it's really hard because it's like is everything just underneath me? And it's really hard. And it is this kind of like crazy mess between underneath you and having to figure out, okay, what is that structure of how do I manage these people? I would struggle to manage an operations team. Like I don't understand the operations and finance vertical very well and how I would structure my team, but I know how to structure a product development team and an industrial design team. Okay, I can apply that to a graphic design and photo team too. But it all gets a little wacky.
You just become a people manager essentially because you're just managing everybody.
Yeah, if everyone, we always talk about this, but it's like being a single co-founder single founder, I can't even say it, sounds hard because literally you manage everything. Like it's so nice to be like, oh, I don't touch legal or product, whatever it is. So I think that's really lucky that you had 3 people, but I imagine there's also some downfalls to that too. Like anything? No, you get along fabulously?
Founder therapy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Absolutely worth it. 100%.
Wow.
Yeah. Really good.
I did leadership coaching with Max, but founder therapy, wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You spend that much time with somebody, like.
Yeah. You need to.
Yeah.
Not you. I'm saying people need to.
I just could never start a business with somebody.
Except for this one. Okay.
Except for this one.
We're going to need founder therapy. Can you send us to your therapist?
Okay,
they should come on.
Hot takes before I get fired.
Okay, but yeah. So actually, we're going to wrap up with one question and then we'll do hot takes.
Okay.
Just, is there any final business advice that you would give somebody who maybe doesn't know anything about product, since that's your specialty? Like, how would you start? Like, give us something helpful for the audience.
Hire Doris Dev, obviously, and pay them anything they're asking.
They have no money.
Okay, bad advice already.
Know how much money you need. I think is really, really important. Budgeting, like a real budget, understanding the budget and understanding the margins that you need to make a business work, especially in product. And I would say go to your manufacturer, spend way too much time with your manufacturer and other types of manufacturers that maybe aren't exactly what you're looking for. You will learn so much and you will learn how to work with your manufacturer really well. So if you're building a product in Asia, go to Asia. Go for 3 weeks, go for a month. It's a lot of time. It's not cheap, but you can do it cheap. You can, like when I went out, I was staying at hostels like originally, and it was amazing. It was miserable, but you learn so much. And I think anyone who is starting a product business who is like, oh, like product, that's not really the focus, or like product's the focus, but they don't spend every waking moment thinking about it, is really going to struggle. Or has a co-founder to focus on that.
Interesting. Okay. I like it. All right. So we're moving on to hot takes. What's a product category you think is ripe for reinvention?
Pets.
Yes, we know. Goldfish.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the next one. Can a brand win on branded marketing alone and just mediocre product?
For a period of time, for sure. I think it's very hard to also win with a branded marketing and a great product. It's hard to win on that alone also. I think it's really important to be catching a wave that is moving an industry forward, where the industry is either growing or the incumbents in the industry are doing just horrible things and everyone hates them. So I think if you're going into an industry that is extremely competitive, has good products, customers are iffy on the category period, even if it's the best product ever that you are making, you have everything worked out on your side, it's going to be really, really hard. So you have to be lucky too.
You have to have that luck in there. I totally agree.
There's always an element of luck in starting a company, though.
Always. Right timing, right place, right product fit. Always an element of luck. Okay, the last question. So Skims launched this horrible face collagen product. I'll show you
Oh,
guys
I
if you
just
haven't
saw it
seen
today.
it. And I'm just like, okay, the world does not
Horrible.
need this.
I think it's cool.
Okay, we need to talk about that because that is horrible. There's just some things that do not need to exist in the world. What is a product that you don't think needs to exist in the world?
My first product that I ever launched on my own was a hot glue gun for string cheese. And I strongly believe that product does not deserve to exist.
What is it?
It's called the Fun Doodler. And it is a hot glue gun for string cheese.
Does not need to exist.
Doesn't need to exist. It needed to
Did you
exist.
sell any?
We sold lots of them.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Gag gift.
Yeah.
That was really good. I think we've learned a lot about building products, and also really excited to see what other things you guys come out with. And thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me. Lots of fun stuff coming.
Yay.